What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Now, leading into the weekend, we did have about a $4,000 Bitcoin dump leading into Friday, freaking a lot of people out, begging the question, is this the beginning of more continuation to the downside, essentially? Are we looking for lower levels? Was that it? Was that the big rally? Or are we just forming a nice little bottom here, like we did the last time? And is this support going to end up kicking us back up here to higher levels? That's the biggest question on everybody's mind. We're going to talk about some key factors that could obviously affect the Bitcoin price, the DXY, traditional stocks. But I do want to talk specifically about what Bitcoin is doing right now, because yes, my friends, we got yet another potential bottom indicator. It just flashed yesterday, and it's something we've been talking about for quite some time. So this is about 8 different indicators now that are all telling us that the bottom is in, but yet we're still hearing a lot of bearishness out there. So we're going to discuss that today. I'm going to talk about what we should look forward into the weekend, out of the weekend into the week, and also want to discuss the fact that we still do have proof and evidence that institutional interest is coming into the game right now, and they're getting very excited about these prices for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So very short video today. We're just going to do a super quick update, let you guys know what I'm looking at in the charts if it sounds good to you. And if you're not subscribed, definitely get subscribed. We make these videos when I do feel that there's something important to talk about. Now, we perfectly, and I can't stress it enough, perfectly hit the level yet again, guys, for the second day in a row. You can see right here, we came down exactly to this green line right here. And currently, we actually have had a small bounce. It's nothing major. It's nothing to get excited over. It is the weekend, but we have had a small bounce, and we are currently finding ourselves back again inside of this trend. Now, in all fairness, this is technically a bearish pattern, right? This is a bear flag. Right? And theoretically, you should move to the downside, which is why a lot of people were looking to short this. But currently, we're actually sitting perfectly at the bottom, which really means that if we close back in here, then we are in fact still putting in higher highs. Yes, we lost this structure, but compared to this, and now this, we're still putting in higher highs, and we still haven't lost the structure. In fact, if you guys watch my video that I put out, my last video, we called this level almost exactly to the T. You can see right here, I said this was the area where I would put my stop loss in if you had entered that trade, and guess what? We did not hit the level. You can see right here, we actually hit a low of 20,769, and our level was 20,738. In fact, I'll just play the clip real quick, and I'm not one of those, I told you so kind of guys, but I just read some of the comments, and they're like, you said this, you said that. I'm just going to show you guys. This is literally the level we talked about. Now, the thing that would invalidate it is 20,738, and that is because you could see right here, right? Look at this structure. Look at this support we had right here. Look at this wick we had right here. Look at this other wick that we had back here as well, and look at this resistance that we had right here. So you could see that this $20,738 level is very critical. That would be the level that I would put my stop losses. So if you were going to long today, that's where I would put my stop losses in, and you're not going to win every trade. You are taking a risk by doing that, but that's essentially where I would put my stops. And you can see right there, guys, the low is 20,769. And it just barely missed it at 20,738. So if that's the case, then no, you should not have you should not be stopped out of your position, and you should be doing quite well. So if you guys do want to, take advantage of these opportunities to build positions and trade and follow me as I go, I do highly recommend you guys check out the tutorial popping up above. You guys already know $15,000 in bonuses. It takes like 30 seconds to sign up, and every single day I will be sharing what's going on in the chart. But I want to get out of the smaller time frames right now. I want to talk about the bigger picture super quick, because you know that we had spoke about this super guppy, right? And this super guppy had gone from blue to neutral. And yes, we did see a little bit of blue again, but it's okay. You can go in and out of the blue. It's not a problem. We did it back here actually 3 different times before going into the red. So it's not signaling that the market has officially truly recovered, but it is a potential bottom indicator. So the big one, the big grand Mac Daddy, we officially got the buy signal over here on the minor capitulation hash ribbon chart. Now, we've been talking about this for quite some time. In fact, just in yesterday's video, I told you guys that we had, this green, and that was telling us, okay, maybe we should start preparing for a potential reversal. This is telling us that we have had that reversal. Now, this is a confirmation that I'm very interested to see what happens, because if we just go back historically, I mean, we can go way back to 2013, but just looking at what happened every time we got this signal, you can see right here that this buy signal happened, actually, it happened right here at around, actually, it kind of happened on a red candle, but you could see essentially, without going over, times and dates, look, here's where we got this signal at the end of the 2018, 2019 bear market, and it didn't mean we were going to instantly pump. In fact, look at this. We did go sideways and down even for a little bit longer, but nevertheless, the bottom was in, and we did start to move to the upside. What happened here, guys? So yes, technically, we did have this move down here. The bottom of this move was in, and we went from, around $7,200 all the way up to about $10,000 before having that COVID crash, which realistically was a bit of a black swan event. Let's see right here what we had. So, this signal flashed, and really, if you had bought at that point, I mean, yes, we got here, we had another signal as well, pretty much just kept going. We had another one here, same thing going up. So here we go here, still went upwards, still went up from about 44,000 to a high of 68,000. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. We're having this signal flash right now during a time when a lot of people are panicking. Now, historically, every time we get this, it doesn't mean that we have to instantly go up, understand that, but it generally means that we're not going to go lower than the previous low in whatever move was happening, and we usually do get a decent percentage gain after that. So this signal did in fact just flash. Really, really awesome, pretty big. Just wanted to share this with you guys. And it's really hard to be super bearish about things, because really the only problem right now is essentially what is happening in traditional stocks, right? Stocks hitting a huge resistance. Look at the S&P, big resistance, not only on this downward slope, but also big resistance where we had this support now flipping into resistance. So this is almost like a double whammy, right? That could be an issue because we know that Bitcoin and stocks are correlated, and also the DXY showing massive strength. Now, I'll be honest, I did think we were going to break down, right? Right here, when we put this red candle below the 50 moving average, and below this previous resistance, I thought that was it. I thought we were going to continue to the downside. We had the CPI report, news came out, Fed said they were still going to remain hawkish. They might lower it to 50, but they're still going to aggressively keep raising. And then the dollar just absolutely took off. And then that's when you saw everything start to fall, right? So that is something we have to pay attention to. Now, for everybody looking at Ethereum actually looks, in my opinion, a little bit more ugly than Bitcoin, only because it actually did put in a lower low. You can see right here, we had this wick on August 2nd, and that actually came down to a low at around 1560, and currently we went down to about 15, I'm sorry guys, I said the wrong, I'm sorry. We went down to 1560, right? And then here we went down to 1524. So technically, yes, that actually is putting in a lower low. Why? Maybe just because, Ethereum tends to react a little bit more aggressively, right? When things are more bullish, you see Ethereum pumping harder. When it's bearish, you see it falling harder, right? In comparison to Bitcoin. The chart that we can pay attention to for Ethereum, though, to look at the strength compared to Bitcoin is the ETH BTC chart. And actually, even though Ethereum fell harder, dollar value, it actually perfectly bounced off of this previous Bitcoin legacy trend. Remember this trend that's been holding us down here, and then we flipped its support. And then as soon as I got to this point, that's when I said to you guys, I have a feeling Ethereum is going to really start taking off. And that was where we said was an opportunity for putting in those longs. And look at that, guys. Perfect support again. So actually, compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum is actually looking strong. If you look at the dollar value, you're like, oh, it fell more. But if you look at the Bitcoin comparative, Ethereum is still the stronger play right now as people are, anticipating the ETH merge. And the overall crypto markets is still sitting on this downtrend right here. We did just have the MACD crossing into the green. This is usually quite bullish, and we're still holding above the 200 weekly for the overall cryptocurrency market, right? So, like I said, putting things into perspective, you got to zoom out. I put this over on Twitter. I said, these are Bitcoin yearly candles, right? So just 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. I said, this is what everyone is freaking out about. Bitcoin is the most durable, portable, fungible, scarce, divisible form of money on planet Earth. And it is money, right? It's not a currency. It's not issued by, which is why cryptocurrency is really kind of a misleading term, because currencies essentially are issued by governments. Bitcoin is money. Gold is money. So zoom out, dollar cost average, relax. The choices that you make in the next 2 years could be life-changing. Perspective. And we've seen that, you see, we get the red candle, we come out of the bear, boom, massive gains. We get the red candle, we start to come out of the bear, boom, massive gains. So what do you guys think is going to happen? If you believe in the 4-year cycle, if you believe in history repeating, or if you just think the world's going to just completely go to hell and zombies are going to eat everyone. And I don't know. I don't think that. They've been calling a lot of doom and gloom for a lot of decades, a lot of time. I don't see how this time is that different. Yes, I get it. We printed a lot of money, super high inflation, crazy. We've had crazier things happen, guys, and we've always pulled out of it, right? No one thought the 2008 financial crisis would ever recover, had no problem recovering in a few years, right? So this right here, to me, guys, this is the long game. This is what I'm looking at. This trend is our friend, and this trend is up. This trend is putting in higher lows and higher highs consistently over 13 years' time. So that being said, I want to end on this one story, and then I want to get on out of here. So CEO of digital assets management firm Bakkt, Gavin Michael, recently spoke out at a Yahoo Finance interview, and he said crypto isn't going away. There's still strong interest and momentum with our partners, many of whom are multinational companies. So they've been watching this space for a long time. They understand the peaks and the troughs that we are seeing, and we also are seeing consumer interest in crypto remaining solid. We expect to activate our crypto services in the second half of the year, and we'll see a significant increased ramp up through 2023. So if Bitcoin was dying, if it's going to zero, if the whole world is going to, you know what, then why are we seeing people like the CEO of Bakkt gearing up to actually offer these crypto services and saying that they're seeing consumer interest remaining solid and they're seeing institutional interest growing, especially around Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically? We've gone over a few stories. So that is it for me today, guys. Shorter video than usual. Just wanted to let you know what I'm looking at. Technically, Bitcoin is not really at a fully bearish level yet. I know some people are saying that it looks bearish, but I mean, we're technically still inside the upward sloping trend, and we did respect this level perfectly, where I said if we fell below it, then, I would cut it. So technically speaking, going into the week, I have no idea what's going to happen on Monday. I got to see what happens with, stocks. If the dollar keeps pumping, maybe we do fall out, who knows? But technically, at the time that I'm making this video, even though this was a very ugly move, it was expected. We had a rising wedge. Rising wedges break to the downside. That's what we expected. It broke to the downside, but we still maintained inside of this parallel channel, right? We're still inside of this. So as far as I mean, a lot of ugly wicks to the top, but as of today, still can't be bearish on this move until we have the big break below this level, get it confirmed, then okay, then we know we're going to the downside. Really, this is just an amazing opportunity to buy at the bottom or long at the bottom. Not financial advice. Like I said, I don't like trading on weekends unless I'm already in a position because it's just too risky. Anything can happen come Monday, but nevertheless, guys, get subscribed. Follow follow me on Twitter if you guys want. I post over there as well, and I will be making a video on Monday. We're going to talk about what's going on. We're going to reassess the situation. Thank you again for coming back. You guys rock. You're the reason that I make these videos. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow. And make sure, if you haven't yet, check this video out, popping up right here, right now. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Stay crypto, and of course, peace out.